let's just really start at the beginning with why we're using essential oils and what are we aiming for? Why are we using them? We talk a lot about creating an aroma in the sauna, but kind of why are we doing it? And I think let's not forget about that. So for me, I think not only are we creating a great heat in the sauna and a great experience, particularly with our towel techniques and our show and our music, but let's not forget the absolute power that we have with the sense of smell. It's really important for evoking feelings and memories. And it's also one of the most natural parts of our Aufguss performance. It takes us back to nature in that essential oils are the truest form of nature that we can bring into our Aufguss. If we think about how an essential oil is created or extracted, it is actually taken naturally from that natural element that's grown, whether it's a fruit or a flower or a bark or a resin. The essential oils is extracted straight from that, whether it's through a steam distillation or a dry distillation, or however we get it, it's the most natural part. Hey, Pang. That we can get.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Vishnu, I'm running on a turtle.
So we're just doing a really quick sort of review and revision session of essential oils. So feel free to contribute, Mr. Pang, if you think I have missed anything. But I'm just saying that essential oils are really important because they create that fantastic aroma in the sauna. Obviously, this is one element of exploring with regards to creating the aroma. Obviously, we can look at infusions and things like that as well. But let's stick with essential oils to start with, because I think they're used quite commonly, I think, in the UK. And I think this is where the strengths are with our Aufguss masters at the moment. So without complicating it too much. So the most popular I've put at the top because these seem to be the ones that we're using a lot in the UK at the moment. These are your citrus aromas that come from obviously mainly your citrus fruit. So these are your zesty smells, your awakening, your lemons, your orange, grapefruit, tangerine, lemongrass, mandarin. So they're all quite fresh, quite bright and quite vibrant aromas. Really good for sort of waking the body, reviving the mind and soul, and quite sort of light scents as well. You've got your floral scents, which are these obviously come from the flowers. So you've got your lavender, you've got your chamomile, geranium, ylang-ylang, rose, all of those sort of things as well. And these are a little bit more delicate because these come from the flowers that are obviously grown naturally. And then we have our spicy family. So these are, I always like this one because it reminds me of bacon, because the spicy ones do. I always think of sort of cooking whenever I think of these ones. So these are sort of your cinnamon, your ginger, aniseed, black pepper, cardamom, nutmeg. These are great aromatherapy oils, or essential oils to use in the sauna too. I don't see these being used so much in the UK. But they are fantastic to use. I was just in a sauna yesterday and they used cinnamon in there and it was absolutely amazing. So depending obviously on what your theme is, don't forget that you've got this family of essential oils that you can use as well. Then you have your herbaceous, and these are more extracted from your leaves, your herbs and trees. So you've got in there sort of your eucalyptus, your rosemary, your thyme, your bay, sage. So these give quite a nice earthy smell, very good for grounding and positivity. Again, great in the sauna to use as well. Give a really good aroma. And then you've got your woody aromas as well. So these obviously come from wood, or trees. Popular ones I've got at the top there, your sandalwood, your cedar wood, pine, but you've also got your birch, your cypress, your Palo Santo, which don't forget that you could use as a smoke as well if you wanted to burn that as part of your smoke rituals, and then your whole wood and your juniper berry. And then your resins. So again, these you can use as your aromatherapy oils or your essential oils, but don't forget that you can use your resins again as your smokes, if you wanted to use those in your smoke rituals. Your resins are more of I sort of think they're a deeper essential oil. They are quite woody, earthy, quite warming. They're used quite a lot. These we find a lot in sort of your meditation and your spiritual practices. So you've got your frankincense and your myrrh, your benzoin and things like that in there as well. So that's your sort of a little run through of your families, just to remind you of what's out there. Just thinking a little bit outside, not necessarily outside the box, but just as a little reminder of what's out there. There are over 100 essential oils that you can choose from, and just to sort of leave your options open with regards to using them. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing for a second. I am going to pass over to Mr. Pang for a second, just to talk a little bit about essential oils, the families of essential oils, and any tips or hints that you would give to the sauna masters with regards to the families of oils or choosing their oils. Oh, I can't hear you. You want?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this webinar about oils, essential oils, one of the hottest topics in the Aufguss Masters courses. Now, essential oils, as for many Aufguss Masters who in the beginning will try her best to mix all sorts of oils in the short 15 minutes. Okay, don't think about it. Make it simple. Yeah. Just remember, you only have 15 minutes. Don't try to mix 15 or 20 oils in 15 minutes. Start with single oils separately. For example, on average, one has to do 3 rounds of towels waving. So in the beginning, try to use only 3 oils separately. For example, the first round, orange, the second round, lavender, and the third round, peppermint. And from there, you move on. Okay? So that then try to see if you can smell each oil per round. After the session, ask the audience, the guests, whether they could smell them separately, and try it out with several other different oils, next sessions. After some time, you will get bored. Oh, what the heck is this? Yeah? Then you begin to mix 2 oils per round. Then from there, try to see if you can smell, for example, if you use the first round, orange and lavender. See if you can smell orange and lavender. Second round, peppermint and eucalyptus. See if you can smell. If you can only smell one aroma, that means to say your dosage is not correct. Maybe you can only smell eucalyptus. Yeah. So next time, drip a couple of drops more of peppermint than before. Did you get it? Oh, this
Yeah.
Very, 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 very doubtful faces I can see.
Cosmin, I'm going to ask you to jump in here if you don't mind, because when I was with you in your place last year, your guys were so good at choosing their oils. Have you got anything that you'd like to add with regards to looking at essential oils or choosing essential oils?
Okay, so when you're talking about using essential oils inside the sauna, you're gonna see that is a different environment. It's not like using essential oil in a diffuser in a room. So the spread will gonna be like different. You're gonna have like different ways of smelling it. And please do not forget that you're using you're creating art. So that's why when you're talking about essential oils, you're talking about notes. You know, like you have a composition, like in music. So that's why what Mr. Punk said, you start at the beginning with just to feel the notes of how you say, I know, some basil. That's going to be like the first round. Then you go through orange, then you go to lavender, and so on. And even if you have like the categories like herbaceous, spicy, citruses, and so on, you're going to see there some really different things when you feel the essential oils. So when you have like basil and you have the sanctum basil or oxymum sanctum, that is tulsi, is the sanctum basil, you're going to see that that one is in spicy. So even if you have catrafai, who's a wood from Madagascar, is not like in the woody, is in the herbaceous one, because it smells very green, also like marjoram. So that's why when you're choosing the essential oils, you need to start from the bottom to understand it, and then to make the composition. You can make a composition of 2. I don't recommend maximum than 3 per round after 3 or 4 years. So when you saw my guys, they had like at least 1 year only using 1 essential oils per ice ball. And after 1 year, they can go to 2 essential oils for at least 6 months, and they can go to 3 essential oils for the rest of the journey. But they're doing at least like 4 Aufguss in a day, so 80 Aufgusses in a month. So that's why they had a lot of practice. So you're gonna have like Andre, like Adrian, like Andrea. They started with only 1 essential oils to fill it, and then they add extra 1 after 1 year of practice. And with that extra 1, they practice for at least 3 months with only 2 essential oils, like the same essential oils, and then they develop more. So depending on what kind of journey would you like to do, because with 3 essential oils, you can really tell a story. Just think about like the orange tree blossoming inside the sauna, because I saw that you put the petit grain in the flower range. The petit grain is very greeny, leafy smell, but if the petit grain, if you use it from orange, is different from the lemon and different from the mandarin petit grain. But you can make like a tree blossom inside the sauna just using like the first one we're gonna be like the petit grain, then you have the neroli that is the flower, and then you have the fruit at the end. So this is an experience using 3 basic essential oils. Or you can say, look, guys, I'm going to show you the difference between different types of fur. So you have the Siberian fur, the Korean fur, and you have the white fur or the silver fur. So they can feel it almost like sommelier, almost like the wine tasting guys. They can feel the difference. Oh, this is sweeter. This is tougher. So this is, yeah, so you can feel the difference. Or 3 types of mint, simpler than that. You have menta spicata, menta piperita, and menta arvensis. And you can feel the differences between the mint types. And that's an experience, because you can make them taste it. You know, like you taste cheese, like you taste wine, like you taste beer, like you taste whiskey, like I do all the time, most of the time. So
Now
No.
he's talking.
now he's talking. So you can do it like that. It's pretty simple. Or also with lemon, you can have like some yuzu. That's the Japanese lemon, and you can have some lime, and you can have some lemon. Hey guys, see how it goes greener or yellow, or like the mandarin. You have the green, the yellow, and the red mandarin, and you can see the difference only with 3 basic simple essential oils. So yeah, when you're talking about essential oils using inside the sauna, don't forget that you're talking about notes. So you're creating art, almost like a musician. And don't forget that if you put 2 or 3 of more essential oils, that's a composition, and you're supposed to be like not an apprentice. You're supposed to be more than that, and you're supposed to understand it when you use it. Because if you put a new guy to sing at the guitar, I don't know, like one of the greatest guitarists like Carlos Santana, they cannot do it, right? So he will do like very, very bad things. So that's why you need to wait to practice, to learn, and to develop. Simple as that.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks. Thanks, Cosmin. So I think generally what we would say with oils, would you agree, Cosmin and Pang, that if you are less confident with your oils, stick with one, maybe two to start with. And then as you develop and grow, then start to experiment a little bit more. So the competition is a matter of weeks away. So don't throw yourself, I would say, probably too far outside of your comfort zone with regards to your oils. I mean, there are so many for you to choose from, but yeah, make sure that you're going with something that you're kind of comfortable with to start with. Would you agree, guys, for the competition? Pang?
I'm gonna let Mr. Pang first. He's my mentor and my master, so that's why.
Sorry, I missed out because I just got a message from Lessa. Can you repeat, please?
I can indeed. So with regards, obviously, the world is our oyster with regards to blending oils and the aromas that we want to create. I think for the competition, for the guys that are not as experienced with the oils, I think the advice would be from tonight is that they stick with maybe 1 or 2 oils per round, unless they feel as though they're confident and experienced enough to create that composition and that blend that Cosmin's been talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back to what we have said, what I have said, and what Cosmin has contributed. In the competition, one of the main gist is use the oils which are related to the story. For example, many moons ago, I did an opium in my Aufguss. I started with Mandarin, something to do with China, peaceful Mandarin. And then when the war started, then I used the resin tar, which smells a bit like opium, the opium war. And then at the end, when we won the war, I used orange flower, which is with 3 simple oils, so that the jury could smell the different oil. And don't try to use more than 3 oils per round. It is ridiculous. Okay? And according to everybody, that normally a normal person's brain can only stir 2 oils. Yeah. And when you talk about competition, if I were the jury, yeah, and you say that, oh, your first sound is orange, lavender, and ylang ylang, fine. But if I can only smell ylang ylang, so what's the point? Yeah, it shows that your professionalism is not that good. Yeah, so don't try to waste your time, your energy, and your money. Yeah, and you're lost. You're totally lost. Simple. Okay. Just a suggestion. Yeah. And of course, always related to your story. For example, if I may repeat my Aufguss opium, if I were to use lavender, citrus, or sage, then it's totally out of the question. Yeah. Yes, it is. For example, yeah.
Yeah. So I hope that helps, guys. But I would just say, as a bit of a takeaway, is don't overcomplicate it, and make sure that the oils that you're choosing is authentic to the theme and the round that you're doing, and that it also matches the story that you're telling. So like Pang said, he used the oils in the opium to reinforce the story that he was telling. 2 examples I've got that were brilliant examples of using oils and aromas to really bring the story in the Aufguss alive was actually one of your guys, Cosmin. I can't remember who it was, but it was in the Hollywood sauna, and part of the Aufguss, it was they were playing music, and on the screen there was a lot of old people around some tables playing sort of chess and things, and they were all smoking. And the next thing is, in the audience you could smell tobacco. and it just brought the whole Aufguss alive. You really felt like you were sitting in the square with the old guys playing chess, and it was just wonderful. And that is really what I'm hoping you guys can do when you're creating your own Aufguss, particularly in the competition. And one of the best pieces of feedback I had quite recently was an Aufguss that I did, and it was the 4 seasons, but I did the 4 seasons around the world, and my autumn season I did in America, in New York, and I used sort of cinnamon and nutmeg, and one of the guests afterwards said that it really evoked some fond memories they had of a trip to New York in the fall, and I thought I was really pleased with that, because that aroma that person felt and smelt, that smelt really felt like autumn, and that's really what I want you guys to go and do with your Aufguss, is think about each round. What are you trying to tell? What do you want the people to feel? And what smells and memories can you evoke with the oils that you're going to use? Do you want to add anything to that, Cosmin? Or
okay, thinking about the competition. So here we have a lot of participants, right? Like Jena, Jakub, Kirsty, yeah, Charlotte, Katie. They're gonna compete. Okay, so yeah, what Mr. Pack says, that's the base and the core. You need to adapt your essential oils to link it to the story. You cannot have that one. Yeah, that's not a competition. If you have, like I say, essential oils that's out of reach, and you didn't link it to the story, that doesn't matter anymore. But also, when you're thinking about this, please think about what makes you feel comfortable, because that's about you. That's about the Aufguss master, and you're gonna shine. And you're not wanting a moment for an Aufguss for 10 to 12 minutes when you're just trying to smell, it's overdosed. No, I did it too few, everybody felt it. You need to feel comfortable. You need something that you know. You need to have like an anchor. So when you use, I don't know, lavender, mint, orange, doesn't matter. It's something that makes you feel good also, so you can really expand and you can really be seen and you can really shine. So that's one important thing as well. Please think about it. If you use some like 2 essential oils on an ice ball, that's good. If you practice it before, do you understand it? And as Mr. Pang says, when you say patchouli and vetiver, the jury will gonna try to find patchouli and vetiver. If I only try patchouli, that's deduction. If I only try vetiver, that's deduction. But when you say that's a new smell, because you made like the perfect synergy, that's pretty hard. I don't know if the jury that are like way before me, like Kim or Pang, they found it. Because in a synergy, you can find something really new and you cannot find the elements inside, because that's a synergy. That's like the master of the parfumier. You can find something really that good that nobody can follow up what it is. Oh, so was like, yeah, citrusy, was like fresh, was like, but that's something really, really different. I don't know if they have it in Aufguss WM and some of the jury felt it before, because the synergy inside the sauna, in that climate, in that heat and that humidity, is very hard to be done. So my recommendation will be use something that you're comfortable with, that you don't try to follow it, so you understand it. Is something that you helps you to express, and something that really will put you in like a light shine, something kind of stuff. Yeah, but link it to the story. If you this makes me feels good, but it's not linked to the story, that's kaput. Doesn't have any benefits. Simple as that. Yeah, always link it to the story.
Thanks, Cosmin. And back to you, Pang, from a jury point of view, is there anything that you'd be looking at specifically, or would you be looking to see, or anything that you wouldn't want to see?
No, there's a matter of taste. No, it's not included in the category. As far as the oils are concerned, the first thing is if I can smell the oil. Okay, that's already, you have some point. And then, of course, if as been repeated many times, are the oils related to a story? Yeah, and again, Cosmin mentioned again, some Aufguss masters are very smart. they blend their oils weeks before, and then they call it winter oils or summer oils. You know, I experienced once, one Aufguss master had ocean oil. I couldn't even see the fish. I couldn't even smell the fish. I smelled pine. It's called ocean oil. It's a blend of pine and some other stuff. Okay, so this is, I couldn't even smell the weeds, the seaweeds. Only pine, and it's called ocean. So this is very risky. Yeah, as we go back to the as earlier, the new Aufguss master, please, yeah, MIS, make it simple. And I can tell you one thing, just imagine, no name mentioned and no country name mentioned. There was one Aufguss master for many moons ago. I was in his Aufguss. He used 6 different oils per round, altogether 18 different oils.
Wow.
After his Aufguss, I thought my mind was all blew up, yeah, with oils. Flooded with oils. Serious, 18 different oils. 18, my friend. And the guy, the Aufguss master has 18 oils and 15 towels. Yes. Serious, they was, yeah. Yeah.
So takeaways, guys, keep it simple, keep it authentic to your theme, and essentially practice so that you know your dosage, you know what that's going to be like and how that's going to translate into the sauna. Okay.
And yeah, and remember what Cosmin had just said. It's very important, the gist of it. Trial and error. You have to experiment out time and time. Yeah. This is how you gain the knowledge. You get the experience. Trial and error. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. If anybody's got any questions with regards to oils or blending or anything like that, then please put it in the chat box, and we can ask and we can explore these while we've got the guys on the call tonight. If there's anything that you're not sure about or anything that you're thinking of, then please let me know. One of the things that we were playing with, let's go back, was infusions and smoke rituals as well, which we're not going to go too much into tonight. But again, if this is something that you're thinking of introducing into the Aufguss, then and you need some help and support with that, then please let me know, and I can help and support you with that as well. But it's all about what I really just want you to think about and feel from the Aufguss is it's the aroma that's in there as well. That is such an important element of bringing that story to life and being able to take your guests on that journey that you want them to take them on. Okay, and you've got 3 opportunities with that. You've got obviously your first, middle, and your end round with that as well. So don't waste these opportunities. All right, just have a quick look. Has anybody put anything in? Nope. Okay. As I say, if you've got any questions, then please put them in. I am conscious of time as well, because I know everyone's been at work today. So we will move on. So one of the things that we wanted to explore a little bit tonight was some of the judging criteria, some of the things that we need to remember or bear in mind when we're putting our Aufguss together. So I'm going to sort of give the floor over to Pang a little bit here, because I think what we want to start with is talking a little bit about the towel techniques. And when we're thinking about our Aufguss and about how we're going to circulate that air, but create that sense of theatre, style and show, what are the things that we need to be thinking about to create all of that, but also spark a bit of fire in the judges as well, and excite them. Yeah.
Yes. Another interesting topic, category, towels. Many Aufguss masters have the challenge of differentiate between the classic techniques and show techniques. Basically, classic towels, classic techniques are the techniques which will bring the optimal effect to the guest. It looks nice, but at the same time, he brings the most effect of air to the guest. Like we said, the towel pushes the air. This classic technique. Whereas show techniques looks nicer, but the effect is not that optimal, because as far as show technique is concerned, instead of the towel pushing the air, on the contrary, the towel cuts the air. If you can imagine what I'm saying here, the towel push the air or cut the air. So, how do we do it? Shall we do more classic techniques or shall we do more show techniques? Then we have to look into the point. Classic techniques 4 points, show techniques 6 points, smooth transition 3 points, and special technique 2 points. So again, show techniques stands the most points, followed by classic. Why? Because show techniques is more difficult. At the same time, show technique has also a high chance to make mistake. Yeah. And the smooth transition is another form of show techniques. It means to say that transition means to change the form, the size of the towel. This is also under the show technique. Yeah. From propeller to pizza, from pizza to pyramids, from pyramids to, as I said, between the legs, behind the butt, all this stuff. Yeah? And special technique, yes, this is another thing. Special technique is a technique where it does not need to be difficult, but it's something unique which we have not seen before. This is special technique. Okay? And sometimes, of course, inevitably, many Aufguss masters are doing the special techniques which have been done before. Of course, they score some points, but not to the optimal. Yeah? And then, of course, special technique also is the highest chance of making a mistake. And again, my friends, think of the classic technique, because the classic technique has a direct relation to the heat distribution. Yeah. Yeah. And then again, when we talk about show techniques and special techniques, what does it mean? It means special. What is special? Special means not often seen. So if you're doing a show technique for the next 3-4 minutes, then you'll be so boring. Or again the pizza, or the double 8, or the flying, or catch and throw and catch, Yeah. Yeah. These are some of the tips I can give you. Yeah. Yeah. I think Cosmin and Kim, they have more things to add.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim,
Because
would you mind putting your little spin on what you would like to see, or what excites you in the sauna when you see a short Aufguss?
Well, I'm quite a special weird kind of person. So what I want to see is passion. I want to see people who give it all because they're gonna win it all. I like to see diversity. I like to see that it's about the workmanship, if you can say it like that. So I want to see nice towels. I want to see that you can do the classical. I want to see you can do the show. And I want to see it nicely. I want to see it fast, but I also want to see slow. Fast is nice and it looks really good, but slow is control. That if you can do what you can do fast and you can do it slow, that means that you are in control of your towel. And if you have a straight towel while you're doing it, not like a big floppy sack of potatoes. We love potatoes in Denmark. Then I'm really impressed. And then also I do enjoy good acting. I do enjoy when the Aufguss masters have like an overview, like if they make a mistake, how do they correct the mistake? How are they in control of the room and the audience? Do they have the audience, or is the audience like looking for the nearest exit? So that's some of the thing that's really, and of course, good creative stories is good too. That's my take on it. That makes my sauna enjoyment pop.
Thanks, Kim, and thank you, because I put you on the spot there. So and Cosmin, I'm going to put you on the spot now. Tell me a little bit about what you like to see from a sort of towel technique with the Aufguss. Sure, Aufguss.
So coming back to our Jerry, Pang and Kim, so it's pretty simple. I don't believe an Aufguss without the classic exists. But an Aufguss without the classic, without moving the air, without the management of the sauna climate, that's not an Aufguss. Simple as that. And I think, yeah, you cannot. Yeah, it's just like throwing towels and doing tricks. That's just a show for nobody. You cannot feel the essential oils, you cannot feel the humidity, the experience is not even, because don't forget about it. You're doing this for the guest inside. You're showing yourself off. You're using all your abilities, qualities, like with speaking, with oratory, with drama, with props, with everything, just to make them to have like a show, to have like a theater, to have like a something that they will never forget. Yeah, so you put your imprint and everything that you have in your life, you put on them. So all your exercises, all your training, everything that you have behind, you show them in 10 or 12 minutes. But please don't forget that you're doing this for them. Yeah. So coming back to the towel, when I see a towel movement, I really like the even if you're doing exercises, even if you're doing fast, I like the fluidity, and I like the towel always to be straight. I don't like the towels where like things like, like what the hell happened there. Like, yeah, it's not a towel for using on your body. It's a towel to using for cleanliness inside the sauna, to bring health to the people. So that's why it's supposed to be like art. It's supposed to be like straight. It's supposed to be like long movements. Even if you have it like very fast in throw and catch, it's supposed to be like fluid. You don't throw it and you stop and you put it and that's it. Because it's like it's not a tool. It's your extension of the body when you're inside the sauna. So for me, I like the fluidity. I like the rhythmic movement, and I like the connection. I don't like the stops. I don't like the breaks. I don't like having your towel like almost like how is called that one? The paper was really bad, like making paper in the hand. I don't like this kind of stuff. That's why I'm a very big fan of the classics. I don't do so many tricks. That's my thing, and I'm gonna be like this for like forever, because I really like to move things. I really like to concentrate on the guest. And without the classic, you cannot put nothing back to the guest. So when you're doing tricks, feel comfortable. If you want to be bold as hell, but please do not forget that you're in competition. You're gonna be jury for that, and you have mistakes, accept it. And that mistakes may mean that you're not going to VM or to playoffs in Norway or to VM in Berlin. Yeah, so accept it as it is. If you want to go bold and go all in without nothing, just go all in. I don't know what's gonna happen. But for me, always doing some classics, fluidity, and straight towel. I really like the art form of it. This is how I can describe Aufguss. And Aufguss without classic is not an Aufguss, it's something else. I don't have a name right now. Simple as that.
Great, thanks, Cosmin. And I have to agree. I'm a bit of a stickler for the classics as well, because I don't know if you guys agree, but I think that is the best way as well to get these aromas that we were talking about from the essential oils to the guests as well. And particularly when you're thinking about raising the heat. We were talking last week about how to raise the heat and how to build the heat in the sauna as well. So don't forget, it's the towels that are going to help you to do that as well. So Pang, I'm going to come back to you a little bit and talk a little bit about what we need to think about in each round with regards to towels to ensure that we're getting the jury and the guests not only to see the classic techniques but also to see the show techniques. Have you any suggestions on how to build a framework around that? So do we need to think about using left hand, right hand, swinging to the left, swinging to the right? Jenna's just put in the chat that Deborah loves a twirl. I like to twirl with my towels. Yes, you're absolutely right, Jenna.
I think the jury is just like the other normal guests. The beginning of the couple of minutes, everybody expects some warm air. I remember there was a case 2 years ago when a participant came into the sauna, did quite an impressive performance, but the person was using a handkerchief for the first 2 minutes. They really poured down in the flush. Yeah. In everybody's mind, the first 2 minutes they have to feel the difference of the temperature. Yeah. So one of the most effective techniques to give air to the people, warm air to people, is what I call the clouds, or they call it helicopter or propeller, whatever. Yeah. But having said that, if it's a big sauna, it's another story. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. To circulate the air under the ceiling to the guests. Yeah. Especially if you talk about in Xinjiang and Crystal, they would take quite a challenge to bring the air under the ceiling to the guests in the first 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay. And then of course the tower. Yeah. How? A well balance of classic techniques and show techniques. Which means to say that in each round, use both the techniques. And especially until towards the end, where the sauna has already warmed up in general, right? On average, towards the end, when the sauna has already warmed up, then the Aufguss master can, as a suggestion, use more show techniques, because it's the last ditch he or she has. Yeah. But first and second round, blend well with classical. Yeah. Yeah. A well balanced. And then somebody asked me, "Hey, hello, Mr. Pang. It's easier said than done." Yeah. How? Depending on the story. Yeah. Depending on the story. And then there's a very, not to say bad habit, there's a very normal habit of many Aufguss masters where they will do the same techniques, almost the same technique each round, or with the same hand. For example, when they do the rain, they flip up always on the right side, not on the left. Okay? And always when they swing with the clouds, always the right hand, not the left hand. Okay? Sometimes it makes a difference. If next time, if you go into sauna Aufguss, see if Aufguss master start with the right hand or the left hand, because most of the time the right hander, but once in a while we see Aufguss master with the left hand. Oh yeah, even though that person doesn't do anything special, but left hand is something different. Yeah. Did I answer your question?
You did, thank you.
Yeah.
I think another couple of little things as well that I'd just like to add in there as well is very boringly, good towel sort of housekeeping. I think is really important as well to make you look polished as an Aufguss master. So one of the things that I really like to see from an Aufguss master is when they're not using their towels, is that they're folded and put to the side nicely, not just dumped. They're your tools, they're an extension of you. Make sure that they're folded beautifully, ready to either use again or when you're finished. Respect your towel, and I like to see that being shown by that. Another thing as well is, and you will get marked down for this, and I see this a lot, is if you drop your towel please don't pick it up and use it again. Just put it to one side and pick up another one and use it. But again, if you drop a towel, it is fine. I was with the world champion yesterday in his Aufguss and he dropped his towel. Ronaldo misses penalties. You know,
Shame
these
on
things
him.
happen. Oh, I couldn't say. I couldn't say.
Just put it like that. Shit happens.
Yeah, exactly. It happens, you know, so don't let that be the end of your Aufguss. You know, we always say you have 3 towels in your Aufguss. You know, 1 or 2 to swing with and 1 because shit happens, you know, it will, don't worry about it. Just to have that towel there ready to go. And the other thing as well, which it is quite, you won't get marked down for it or anything, but quite recently I was in an Aufguss and the Aufguss master was using white towels and the towel was dirty. It had marks and things on it and they managed to open the towel beautifully, but I just couldn't see past the fact that that towel wasn't clean. You know, if you're using white towels, use a white towel, you know, have pride in these things. These are your tools. And I think it's like anything, they show it's I always say this to my spa therapist as well, like the treatment room is an extension of you as a therapist, and I think your towel is an extension of you as an Aufguss master as well. So you know, just take pride in them and look after them because they will look after you as well. Has anybody got anything that they want to add on that before we sort of move on? Pang or Cosmin or Kim, if I can put you back on the spot again.
Let's go, Kim. You're next.
Okay. Yeah.
But Kim,
yeah.
just wait a second because the audience here is very interactive and very enthusiastic about it. Yeah, so please just wait a second, please.
Yeah, keeping the spirit up. So no, but this cleanliness of being a professional Aufguss master is important. So what you said with the towels, it is really important that you keep everything in line, and not only the towels. You should think about the cleanliness of your whole Aufguss. Also, if you use the spoon, if you smash the ice bowl, clean it up, put it in the right place, put it aside, make room for your waving. This is important. This is a part of it, keeping your work area clean, nice and neat, I think is the right word. So I agree with you on this. And that's a part of being professional. If you put your spoon upwards and you go by with the sky, as Pang says, and you're gonna hit the spoon, water and everything, it's gonna fly all over. So yeah, keep it nice and neat, tight. Your turn, Cosmin.
Okay, my turn next. Yeah. So about the cleanliness and about how what Deb said, be proud. That's one of the most important thing, guys. I don't know how many of you they know the movie Raging Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just Raging Bull. Do you know that movie?
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Okay, with Robert De Niro. That's one of the greatest movie ever. So in Raging Bull, they have a moment when the trainer always puts the hair of the fighter, and the fighter asks, "Hey, why you do that?" Because the guy in front of you, when you see with fresh face, he's going to be very frustrated because he doesn't touches you. So that's a very important things of aesthetics and cosmetics. Yeah, you always look good, you always look professional. So this guy never gets tired. So I'm here sweating like crazy, my heart is pumping like wah! And you're moving and throwing towels and stuff, and you're still breathing good, looking good. That'll be amazing. That's a sportsman, you know. That's wow. That's really beautiful. So that's one really important thing that you should follow. As Deborah said, always your towels should be clean, should be nice. Also, you need to take care of it. Like Kim said earlier, wipe your sweat. You don't want to throw sweat on everybody, and that's the hygiene. That's very important. And also, how do you look and how do you feel? Yeah. So please keep this in mind. That's very important stuff for you as a professional Aufguss master.
Good point. And yeah, I would like to add something. If shit happens, if you drop your towel, if your little drop hit by your towel, or if you hit a stone and the stone fell off from stone, pick it up, clean it professionally. For example, I drop my towel. Don't show your frustration. Okay? Put the towel, put aside, and continue with another towel. If while you're swinging the towel and you hear something funny, which is not supposed to be there, click, click, then look, your ladle fell on the floor. Pick it up, put it aside. Okay? Or if you hit a stone, this is the thing. Hit a stone. Okay, the stone is on the floor. Don't pick it up with your bare hands, please. Take the towel which you use to dry your body, put it aside so that it doesn't stand on the way, because there may be 1 or 2 guests who have too much of the heat to go out. If the guest step on a stone, a glowing stone, then you are F up. Okay, yeah. Do it professionally. Sometimes we jury members also consider how you patch up your mistake. That's your professionalism. Okay. And then one more sweat thing, like Cosmin said before, wiping your sweat. Yeah. Take your own sweet time, my dear. Yeah, you have plenty full of time. Instead of this, you are sweating. Yeah. You're not a laborer. You're not a mason. Yes? Yeah. Do it elegantly. A few wipe, look at the audience. Keep them in you. Yeah? Your forearms. Look at it. Because I've seen some Aufguss masters, very funny. You know? After wearing, when he or she wants to wipe the towel, with the face, back facing the audience, as if he or she is taking her nose. Do it in front of the audience. Yeah. Gently. That really takes you in the aura of the atmosphere. Yeah, please do it. And then at the same time, while you are wiping your sweat, at the same time you are taking a pause. Yeah. And you're looking at people, you're observing the people. Okay, those guys on the right hand side, I think they have more than enough. So don't waste your energy to give them more heat. Yeah. Or a little trick. Okay, the guy sitting on the left, the jury. Oh, you think he's not having enough? Give him more. This is classified unofficial competition. Eh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There are so many things. There are so many things we have to say. But I'm sure that after this, some of you will have your own ideas and your own feedback. Yeah. Yeah. Or if you don't, it's either you're too smart or you don't care. Otherwise, you're always welcome to write to Deborah. Okay? Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you. Any questions? No, it's quiet so far. Everyone's really quiet tonight. So I am. Go on, Pang.
No,
Guys, please stop the question. Kim cannot take it anymore. Kim is a very soft, big bear. So Kim really cannot take it anymore. So please stop it. Yeah.
I just want to say, silence is golden.
Yeah, right.
Kim, I'm really sorry that the guys really stressed you tonight. So I apologize for them. Yeah.
But actually, Cosmin, it could be quite interesting to hear from the audience what they are thinking. What are their biggest concerns and what are they focusing on? Which tools do they need to have answered? So we're guessing and trying to get around the whole thing. But let's put somebody else on the spot. Choose one, Deborah, and ask them what they want to know, and then let's sprinkle our knowledge on them.
Okay, I'm gonna go Jenna. Come on, think of two things. My main thing is I'm not good at shore towels. Charlotte, any advice for Charlotte? Charlotte is concerned about her skills with the shore towels or the shore techniques, yeah?
Okay, yeah. I'm not good with the shore towels either. But
you're not competing, she's competing.
oh yeah, I forgot. So, but the trick is to train half an hour each day at least. You don't have to train for half an hour straight, but pick a piece of music and just use that. I have one piece of music around 4.5 minutes, and I like to do exercise to that. So that would be a good start. Find something, a basis where you can be comfortable with it, and then just start. And then Pang once told me, go down and use a pen if necessary, and start thinking which way are you rotating things, because some of the waving is clockwise and anti-clockwise, and it depending if you're using left hand or right hand or transitioning. So, but the towel, that's you, Pang.
Any advice you'd give to Charlotte, who's not that confident with her shore technique?
Oh, yeah, Charlotte. So I can't see you, Charlotte. May I see you? I can't see you.
Oh, Jenna, you can't hide. So Jenna works at Rudden Park, who are obviously hosting the competition this year. And Jenna was also with me at Thermobuslo last year as well, and she's hiding, but not for long. But yeah. So any advice for Charlotte, Pang, for her shore techniques to help with her confidence?
Okay. And I think I'd like to add a little bit what Kim had just said. Charlotte, it's always a good idea. Okay, so a good idea that you start with very short session. Let's say, for example, you start waving for a couple of minutes without any music. Yeah. And this is where you learn to pick up the techniques, basically. Yeah. After a few minutes, maybe you feel that it's a bit boring. Then how to make it more interesting? So play your favorite music. Yeah. Just your favorite music. You doesn't have to finish the music with the towel technique. Just something to cheer you up. Yeah. From here, then automatically after some time, you will change the style of the towel techniques, the transition. Yeah, believe me. Otherwise, send me your video and have a look at it. Okay, do this, and then of course, don't push yourself. Just do it as it comes. A couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes in the beginning, and then you ask for more. When you ask more, that's where the practice comes in. That's where practice makes perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Brilliant. Yeah. And Cosmin, you work with a team of wellness ambassadors, and you have a really lovely team of emerging Aufguss masters. Have you seen any hints or anything that they do that really helps them develop? Because I know when we spoke the last time, you had a couple of the guys that came on. They're progressed very quickly and really well.
Okay, so coming back to Charlotte, I want to talk directly to her. So you're not good with the show techniques. That's good. Your first competition. But Deb, I don't know, did you show the evaluation yet for Aufguss WM?
No, we're going to do that next time. Yeah.
Next time. Okay. Yeah. So on the evaluation form, Charlotte, please look at the points that you can maximize in your Aufguss, because we're talking about nationals, and you ask like one really good question. My main thing is I'm not good at show towels. Good. So you're going to lose some points, but please maximize the other points that you're going to win. Maximize the points that you're going to go on the show Aufguss, on the essential oils, on the classical waving. So maximize other things so you can have like a great chance to be on the first place. or on the podium. So yeah, it's not such a big thing that you're not so good at the beginning. So my guys, we had the first national competition last year. So my guys, they were a good level, but they're not so good at Aufguss WM. But after the national competition, everything exploded. So after two more events away, everything exploded even more. So after you have 1 or 2 or 3 who are really good in show, they're gonna start teaching each others, because it's like a domino piece. They're gonna explode. So it's pretty simple. Take your time. Don't stress yourself too much, because yeah, you're gonna lose some points. What's that? Good, but you're gonna win on the other side. Please focus on the things that you're gonna do it very, very good. Simple as that. And win. You're gonna love it. Yeah, Deb, you asked me something about the ambassadors and stuff.
Yeah, just I just wondered, watching your guys progress, and even yourself as an Aufguss master, was there anything that you've seen them do, or you've encouraged them to do, or that you've done yourself that's other than what you've just said, that's helped them grow as an Aufguss master? I think from a confidence point of view as well, Cosmin.
Okay, so in the regular days when they're working, I did some programs to start developing and to let them be bold, brave, and do like a lot of stuff inside the sauna. So we made it Impro Aufguss. And in Impro, sky's the limit. You can do everything that you want there. If you want to do only 2 rounds show, do it. Simple as that. If you want to do 1 round show, do it. Simple as that. Or if you want to do like 6 ice balls with, I don't know, every single ice ball with 1 essential oils, okay, do it like that. But also bring something new. So once in Impro Aufguss, we had the speaker inside and another trainer sitting outside, always changing the music. So it's like you start waving with a classic, I don't know, maybe Bach or Mozart or something, and then Cardi B is coming. What you gonna do? You know, that's like a challenge. So it's a playful challenge, and because gamification is the best thing to learn. So you can have a program like this, but also if you really want to learn shows and do tricks, you need to have the base of the classic, just to understand the movement, just to understand how your joints work when you do the movement. Otherwise you cannot catch and throw because you don't understand your body yet. So that's why you need to have the practice. The shows will gonna come, and it's pretty simple. My guys right now are exploding with the shows. Some of them, they don't like the shows. They really like the classical movement and the fluidity inside. And I said, yeah, I'm not gonna compete because the show is not my thing. Simple as that. And that can be a way also. It's not a bad way or a good way. It's a way. Simple as that. So yeah, I don't know what to say more about this. And
in other words, Deborah, in other words, they have a good leader who has a great team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what's a leader without the guys who's putting it in practice, Pang? I told you, it's just a dreamer. You cannot do much, yeah, without the guys who are really working there like 90, 100 degrees all days, 21 days in a month. So yeah, simple as that. But they will expand after the first national competition, when they're gonna see everybody cheering them up, and when they're gonna feel the community and the support behind it, and they're gonna be proud because they represent United Kingdom. Damn, that's a game changer. You cannot compare the feeling. And guys, please do not forget, because you're the pioneers. In the first edition, you'll always be remembered that you opened the door. So that's one of the most important chances that you're gonna have. You open the door for everybody else. The guys who are coming in the back are because you open the door and you push with the first foot. So that's one of the greatest things that you can have right now in this moment. Hey, we've been the first in the first national competition. The first place, we're going to be the first of UK who participate in Aufguss Championship. Psst. Nobody can take you that. Yeah, so please do not remember that.
Great words. Yes, thanks, Cosmin. And I think one of the things that we mustn't forget about any of this is you need to enjoy it. And, part of the journey, the growing, the community and the family, it's just fantastic, and it's great to be part of. And I want you guys to enjoy every minute of it, because it's the start of something fantastic. It really is, guys. So don't put too much pressure on yourself, and don't forget to enjoy it. You want your guests to enjoy it, and the first part of your guests enjoying the whole experience is you enjoying the experience. Because if you're enjoying the experience and you're loving the Aufguss that you're presenting, it will show. It really will show in that experience. And Cosmin and his team have a great saying with their Aufguss. They call it their moment, and I absolutely love that, because this is your moment, so you get the chance to shine with it. So yeah, definitely hope you, if nothing else, you take nothing else away from this, it's that you have a community that's here to support you and to help you grow, and we're all here to answer any questions and support you in any way that you need as well. So Jenna, did you have anything that you wanted to ask the guys while we're here?
Yes, I did. So as part of my theme, I am wanting to portray the sea, but I'm struggling on how to do it.
Sorry, I didn't understand. To portray the what?
The sea.
The sea. Oh,
yeah.
The sea. Damn.
But I'm struggling on how to do it.
So are we talking smells, scenery, or waving?
Smells.
So what do you like combine with the sea when you smell it? What is your first thought?
Probably like salt and seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
I've tried both of them, and they've both not worked.
Yeah, I could imagine it's not good steaming. So it could be something fresh.
Mm.
Like the sea ocean is cold. You could go for maybe some mint.
Okay.
But it has to fit into the storyline.
Yeah.
Pang, what do you think? Hey, and Cosmin, you're a aroma specialist. What would you do?
What would I do? I will not choose the sea. Jena. Because Jena, just think about it. Yeah, just think about it. When you're talking about Chanel, Louis Vuitton, even the Jean Paul Gaultier, all the perfumiers, they always try to imitate some smells of ocean or some fresh. They never try to, they never did it. So everybody's hitting for that. So that's like a very hard thing. But yeah, if you're trying to that's very bold, and congratulations for that. That's like beautiful. Congrats. I would like to see, because you're in England, so the sea is really different from a tropical sea, the smell that you perceive there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with musky, with wetty. So I'm gonna go with patchouli, like, because that's the smell of fresh leaves, like it's very wetty, cavey kind of feeling. So I'll go with that one, with patchouli. I'm gonna go also with it's very hard, maybe. Yeah? I'm gonna go also with some betula, the cade, because that gives you the smell of how it's called, smoke. Because for sure, when you're sitting near to the shore, you can have a house who's building fire, so you can have some smoky feeling.
Okay.
So I'll go like that, but also you need to have something fresh, but not too much fresh. So no flowers. I don't know if you're talking about the sea in your specific case. I'm gonna go with some plants or some roots that are living on your shore. So people will remember it when they walk on it, or they felt it, or they take it in the hand. So we're gonna be like this kind of feeling, and they recognize this. Oh yeah, this is what, when I walk on the shore, I remember this smell. Because
Okay.
it's about memories. Yeah, smell is, it's only about memories and emotions. Simple as that. But when you're talking about the sea in England, it's not like the sea in Caribbean or Mexico. So I'll go with the musky, wetty, cavey kind of feeling. That's my point of view. I don't think it's a good point of view or a bad. Yeah, that's just my point of view.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I hope it helps somehow.
Thank you.
What about you, Pang? Have you got any ideas to add to that?
No, this is not my cup of tea. No, I don't. When I have, I'll tell you again, but not at the moment. Quite catchy. So catchy.
I really like that idea, Cosmin, of picking something that's quite native to the UK, because all the guests, obviously, most of the guests are going to be British. So yeah, that's a good one.
If I'm going to do native to the UK, I might as well just do a fish and chip smell, you know. But
salt and vinegar.
We found the winner of the national championship in UK. We already have a winner there.
oh,
brilliant. Anybody else got any anything that they'd like to ask? What about you, Charlotte? Anything else that you want to ask? Who else is on here? Chris, Kirsty, anybody want to ask the guys anything before we sort of jump off? So any how would we create a sort of coffee smell, an aroma of coffee?
With essential oils.
In essential oils, Charlotte?
Coffee, yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking using sort of making like a coffee, sorry. Using got wet hair. Using coffee, like a coffee shop, kind of like that kind of coffee smell.
You can use coffee essential oil.
Yeah.
You can buy them from aromas.
Oh, okay, I'll have a look into that, thank you. I didn't know you can get a coffee actual essential oil.
I've never worked with that before. Have any of you guys worked with the coffee essential oil? Any hints, tips on working with that, Cosmin? Yeah.
Yeah, big time. We have the CO2 from Aroma and from Martin, and it's amazing. But also when you want to make it, because it's very rich, yeah. So when you want to make it more special, you can burn some olibanum or some styrax, because the styrax make it very sweet. So it's pretty interesting when you burn styrax or olibanum near to the coffee. And also when you have the ice balls with the coffee drops, make one espresso and put it just some drops on top on other ice ball. So you're gonna have like different smells combining each other, and it's pretty beautiful what's happening inside the sauna, because you're gonna have the burning of the water with the coffee, because we're gonna burn, but it's not giving you like a very bad smell of burn inside the sauna. It gives you the coffee from essential oils. We're gonna give you the flavor and the richness, and the burn espresso that you put on the ice balls, we're gonna give you the, I don't know how, the hint, the power hit, you know. So it's pretty interesting. With coffee you can do like a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's and to imitate a coffee shop, that's very hard, because you need to have it sweet, and because in the coffee shop it smells like pumpkin, cinnamon, and nutmeg, so it's more flavor there. It's not just coffee usually. And also with the cardboard, when the cardboard is hitting, the paper smells in a way. So that's why the coffee shop smells very specifically. Yeah, and it's very hard to imitate. But with curcuma and some nutmeg and cinnamon, but real cinnamon CO2, you can make a good flavor. But if you want to put some geranium just to make it sweet, but it's very complicated and will never smell the same on the oven, on the rocks, on the temperature. It's kind of heavy. It's a composition.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Cosmin. That sounds like one that to have a really good play with, Charlotte.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Anything else while you've got the floor, while you've got the guys on? No. So just before we have gone slightly off piste ever so slightly, but that's fine. Before we're sort of going to wrap it up a little bit now. Cosmin, I'm going to sort of give you the floor again, and I just want to ask you if you've got any words of advice, anything that you've learned as an Aufguss master along the way that you'd like to share with the guys. Yeah, over to you.
My best advice, exactly like Kim and also Mr. Pang said, have fun and enjoy it. And what I saw in almost 7.5 years of doing Aufgusses, nothing beats passion. Not all the skill in the world and all the practice in the world beats passion. It's simple as that. When you have the heart and you want to present something, that's the most important things. The most important thing. So when you're going inside the sauna and guys, I'm gonna take care of you. Look what I prepared. Look who I am. This is my abilities, qualities. I trained for, I don't know, 1 year, 2 months, 2 weeks, but I'm going full ahead. That's one of the most important thing. Yeah. So nothing beats passion. Simple as that. That's yeah, what I saw in 7.5 years.
Amen to that. Thanks, Cosmin. Pang?
Yeah, this will be the first time. Okay.
Yeah.
So compete with fun. How to compete with fun? You train with fun. And then you must know that there's only one winner and one loser. That's it. Okay? And you are the first time. You have nothing to lose but be the last winner. I mean the last winner. Yeah? Yeah. And then go for it. Before the big day, train, train, and train. And if you're tired of training, so take a train to London. Honestly, yeah? That's why I said train with fun and compete with fun, because it can be very tedious and very frustrating and very hateful to other people and to yourself. What I'm doing here, yeah, and you know that you're not going to be the first, or maybe the first, maybe, yeah, but you're training like that you're doing nothing else. It's meaningless. So what to patch up? Cosmin say, your passion is fun. Okay, when you have achieved the day, then you will say, oh, thank you, Cosmin. Now I really understand what you mean. Yeah. Yes. Maybe tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, after we have won or what? Okay. Smile.
Brilliant. Thanks, Pang. Kim, would you like to add anything to finish?
Yeah, I could try. It's hard to follow up on these two professionals, but not winning is not being a failure. It means gaining experience. Don't be afraid to go in and participate. There's no day like tomorrow. You choose one day or day one. That's your own choice. But not winning is not failure. It's experience. And it's going to be fun all the way. You're going to be nervous. You're going to make fuck-ups, mistakes, but you're going to learn from it. And that's the part of it. When you join this, you join a family of passion, of people with the same interest as you. And that's a whole new experience. So even though we are competing and people are really competing and working hard. They work for half a year to give it all in 15 minutes. It's still practice and fun. The Aufguss masters are always waving towels, talking about essential oils or smells or how the next smoke they're gonna do. So it's all also about sharing and passion, and that's what should be essential from all of this. So please go in, be a part of it, and have fun. Don't be afraid.
Thank you. Thanks, Kim. Jenna's just asking about hydrosols. So hydrosols are the kind of the leftover product from extracting essential oils through a steam distillation. So it has, I believe, just under 1% of essential oils in there. So it is, it's a liquid, it's like a water, but you can put this directly into, yes, you can, into the bucket of water and put that onto the stove. You can use it in other ways as well. Have any of you, Cosmin, have you, or Kim, have you used hydrosols? I've not really used them that much, to be honest.
Usually we use it in the clay mask or in the scrubs. The problem with hydrosols, they have some really how you say, so you have the olfactive molecules, but also you have some saponine and some things that goes like really out from the essential oils. So when you put that on the oven and on the hot rocks, it may give a different smell. So don't expect the same power as an essential oils when you use hydrosol. But if you use like the mint, the essential oils mint, and you use the hydrosol of mint, you can enhance the experience of the mint, and you can complete the mint because you put inside the things that went out. So the mint flavor will gonna be kind of different and much more herbaceous and much more how do you say it, complete. Yeah, because you added some stuff, but don't forget that things burn. So please try it before to know if you like the smell, if you're okay with the smell, because sometimes you can use hydrolat to put a different flavor inside the essential oil to make it more special, to create something really different. As you say about the sea smell, but you need to try it. The hydrolat is wonderful, but you need to be very careful with it because it has some different things from the essential oils, not only the molecules that goes that gives you the smells and everything, has really some things that went away, and that's very good when you put it on the skin, but not all the time when you breathe it in. So you need to do a lot of tests and exercising with it. If you want to do it like that, if you want to put more flavor in your essential oil, so you have one bucket with water, talking about mint or lavender, because you're gonna have, this is the very affordable and you all over used. So you have the lavender essential oils and lavender hydrolat. You can complete the lavender and gonna have like a really different flavor, because the jury will gonna say, I never felt the lavender like this. But be carefully, because at the end they might say, I felt the lavender was burned, but not because of the essential oil, but because of the hydrolat. So it's deduction for you. It's tricky. In the first national championship, don't do it. My point of view. Yeah, that's my recommendation.
Okay. Does that help, Jenna? Yeah, cool. Brilliant. All right, guys, so sort of pretty much time up now, and I haven't had any more questions. So I would just like to say a huge thank you, Cosmin, for joining us tonight, and all your words of wisdom and your continued support. So thank you. It is very, very much appreciated. Kim, thank you. I have put you on the spot tonight, so thank you for your contribution. And Mr. Pang, as always, our mentor and just all round lovely Mr. Pang, thank you again for all your time and support. If any of you guys would like to record any of your moves, any of your theme, or you have any questions, then please send them to me. I'll share them with Mr. Pan, share them any other questions that you have with the guys later if you have anything. And don't forget, we're here to support you so that you feel as though when you do go into this competition, you've got all the tools that you need, not only to succeed, but to enjoy it. We do have another call in, I think it's 2 weeks' time. We are going to be going through the judging criteria then. And we're going to be giving you the floor really to ask any questions about putting the final bits of your preparation together. So have a think about that. And then if there's anything else that you'd like me to cover on that one, then please let me know. But in the meantime, thank you. Thanks for your time. Thanks again for joining us, Pan, Kim, and Cosmin, and hopefully we'll see you all soon.
Cheers, guys. Have a great one.
Sweet dreams.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See you.